Snapchat took a big bet on their new redesign, but it looks like users might not be happy with the changes. Hey you, it's me, Curtis P. It's time for some coffee. Snapchat has invested a lot of time and money into their brand new app redesign in an effort to attract more users and interaction time within the app. The company even announcing they were abandoning their drone plans to retask all of their employees working on the drone to help out with the brand new redesign. But some bad news here. Early reports show that the redesign is not going over well with users. The app has been rolling out to select groups in the UK, Australia, and Canada, and users are already asking Snapchat to roll them back to the previous version. 84% of the brand new reviews posted on the App Store are negative, talking about how they hate the new app redesign. So for those unaware of what the changes are, here's a quick rundown. When you open the app, you are still presented with the camera, but when you swipe to the left, you're presented with all of the snaps and stories from your friends, and they're not in a chronological order. And on the right side, well, that's all of your media channels from publishers all around the world, something that used to be in the Discover tab. Users saying that it feels like they're missing out on something here. It's harder to find out their stories, and playing them compared to the old design is a little bit more difficult. Now, it's not expected that Snapchat will revert back to the old design, as the company has invested far too much in the new design for them to turn back now. And it's really hard to say what a larger group could actually think about the new design when it rolls out in the US in the coming weeks. So what are your thoughts on the Snapchat app? If you could change something within the app, what would it be? You can let me know in the comment section down below, or of course on Facebook, Twitter, or on my Discord. Next up into the quick news today, it looks like DJI is ready to announce a brand new drone, as the company posted a teaser video online hinting at some type of new drone. The rumor mill is still currently pointing to DJI announcing a new MAVIC Air drone, which will be a smaller version of the popular MAVIC. But we'll just have to wait and see on January 23rd what DJI has to announce. Next, we get an early look at Google's Fuchsia operating system, as a new video has been posted online showing off some small parts of how the future operating system for Google will work. Now, this first look shows the design is still very unstable, but the future OS will run on laptops, tablets, and phones, and will have a very simplified UI overall. It also supports side-by-side apps and even tabbed apps, which is a nice touch. Overall, the OS has been in development for 2 years, and it's expected that in the next few years, Google will replace Android and Chrome OS with Fuchsia on all of their devices. Spotify has announced a new addition to their music streaming service called Spotlight. These new podcast-like items will talk about news, politics, and entertainment, and will have an accompanying video, photos, and text as part of the visual content. Think of it like a podcast with a slideshow attached. Now, the company is starting by launching Spotlight with BuzzFeed News, Cheddar, Crooked Media, Lenny Letter, Gimlet Media, and Genius. Tim Cook has announced that the next iOS 11 update will include a way for users to see the health and performance of their battery. And also it'll include a toggle to allow users to turn off the performance limiting feature Apple rolled out earlier. Now, a word of warning to all users thinking about actually turning this off, while it may result in your phone randomly shutting down at times of peak performance, as the battery is not able to supply enough power to your processor. And looks like Apple's HomePod may be available for purchase very soon, as manufacturers are said to have begun shipping the devices out to Apple retail locations this week. Apple has reportedly ordered 1 million of the devices initially, with production to ramp up based on demand overall. Now, originally the HomePod was supposed to launch before Christmas, but of course that was pushed back. Now we can expect to see the HomePod go on sale by the end of February. Next up, Amazon has announced a list of their top 20 cities in the running to be home to their second headquarters. So far, some of the notable cities on the list come down to Austin, Chicago, Dallas, Denver, Los Angeles, Miami, New York City, Pittsburgh, Washington, D.C., and Toronto, Canada. Overall, Amazon is looking at a number of different factors, from access to transit and airports, or even downtown environments where employees will of course be working and possibly living. Amazon is expected to announce their final choice towards the end of the year. No word on when they'll begin construction on any new buildings or when the location would actually be open to employees. Remember Google Clips? Well, it looks like Google may be getting ready to launch their strange new camera in the US, as a new filing for the FCC shows off some new type of internet-connected camera created by Google. Now, Google first showed off Google Clips back in October, and the company called it a new type of smart camera because it would automatically shoot images and small video loops, of what it thinks, of course, were the best moments for you. The company was doing all of this thinking thanks to built-in artificial intelligence, which Google insisted was not connected to the internet. Overall, it's a pretty interesting little device. Something that shoots photos for you is a really cool idea, though I'm not sure I'm ready to let Google take photos of my life whenever it wants to. And for $249, it's pretty expensive for just a wearable camera with no screen. I might as well just use my smartphone. YouTube has announced that they're planning on removing any Tide Pod Challenge videos posted in the future, and have stated that the videos do not follow the YouTube community guidelines, in which they prohibit content that intends to encourage dangerous activities. There have already been 39 cases of teens misusing the laundry pods in 2018, and it's even causing the manufacturer, Procter & Gamble, to start working with social networks to actually crack down on the content and remove the content. So in the end, all I really have to say here is obviously don't eat Tide Pods. Like, really, what's the world coming to in 2018 that's something that has to be said? Like, really, don't eat laundry detergent or like bleach or paint or anything like that, you know, because it's not edible. That's not what it's for. So, yeah. Don't do that. Don't be dumb. Well, that's all for today. If you enjoyed today's show, make sure you hit that like button. And of course, if you're new to the channel, click on that subscribe button and join the notification squad so you can stay up to date on all of the latest videos I post throughout the week. Of course, if you missed the show on Monday, you can click or tap right over there to check it out. And until next Monday, everybody, I'm Curtis Paradis. Have an amazing day.